Alright, everyone, welcome to what is basically episode 1 of our Bedrock SMP. Today I'm starting off in a new area on the server where a new player has joined us and where he's basically setting up shop. He is over here in the mesa, and if we go that way, we make it back to spawn. It's a bit far away, so I've made sure to already link him up through the nether, just as a courtesy. It's a bit far away, so if we go this way, as you can see, the tunnel is not completed yet. That's one of the things on my list. This whole nether project is a whole thing on my list. It's the main thing, right? So many tunnels, so many railways, so many projects that have been encompassed into this one giant project that is the nether tunnel. As you can see, I've already started laying the groundwork for the walls with the shroom lights. I ran out of those, so I need to go gather more. And they're a real pain to gather. So over here I extended the tunnel this way towards the community island and towards one of our friends, or one of the server members, mountain base. So as you can see, this tunnel is not done yet and it feels a bit narrow, so I might have to extend it a little bit. But other than that, progress on this project is going pretty well. Slow and steady, making sure we get everything right. But there's something else I want to show you that I worked on, and that is sort of one of the big projects I had set for myself this week. As you can remember, if you watched the tour, we have been working on a giant chapel. And if we look this way, we will see that the outside of that chapel is now completed, and I am so happy with the way it looks. I am very proud of myself on this one. I think the domes look great. I think the sort of towers over here look fantastic. One of my favorite parts has to be the stained glass that I have. I'm not too sure on the dark oak as part of the design, but I think it sort of makes everything else pop out, and I think it's a nice contrast to the sandstone. And then if we fly up here, you can see these sort of weird windows that sort of peek out. I thought that was a cool addition. And then if we go inside, we can see that it's completely empty, of course. Interiors are not something I work on immediately. Outside, I terraformed all around it, and I think we're going to wrap this street around all the way to the front and all the way to the side. One of the bigger things that needs to get done with this chapel is this side over here. If we take off, we can see that there's a lot of stone that is left over. There's a lot of grass. So I'm going to employ my friend over here. I left him some signs saying I'll basically pay him to come over here, break all of this down, and replace it with grass, and I'll pay him whatever amount he wishes. And currently I left him 2 diamond blocks, which I think should be enough, but if he wants more, we'll get to negotiate on that. Over here, we're setting up a shop, and let me show you the progress I've done on this already, and I think it's going to be great. So we have Sunworth, the shop the shop that pays you, and basically I'm buying materials from everyone. I'm buying shroom lights, which are for the nether project. I'm buying redstone blocks, which are for the teleporter project, which y'all don't even know about yet. I'm buying pickstep. I'm buying some dark prismarine bricks. I'm buying some conduits, and I'm buying some cobblestone, because of course all of my picks basically have silk touch, and I need cobblestone for observers and for other redstone supplies. And basically there's not much in the interiors yet. I need to add some carpets. There's still some more decorating I need to do. But for now, I think this project is coming along really well. Another thing I might be able to get done today, actually, or start doing today, is at a clock tower. And if any of you have seen Elizabeth Tower, or as it's more commonly known, Big Ben, that's basically what I'm going to be modeling this after. And we're going to be adding it right over here, and I think it's really going to tie the town in together and make it seem like it's more of a old-timey Victorian town, more than just a few buildings put together. And of course we have to expand it more this way. Of course we're going to expand it more this way. I'm thinking we add a mill. I'm thinking we add some railways. All in due time though. But for now, I have some sandstone ready. And what we're going to do is we're going to begin on the base for a whole new building. And it's going to go right over here. It's going to be a complementary building to these two. And it's going to be much smaller. Definitely much smaller. But it'll be just as tall as this one, I think. A little bit taller. And it's basically going to be just a sort of storage place. I think just a place for new players to come and get stuff. Because at the moment, they can't really get anything from there or there. So I think this new tower is going to serve that purpose. So I think the next thing we're going to do as well today is finish up the decorations for this house over here. And we're going to decorate rooms such as this one right in here. I think this is a gorgeous room. I really like the colors. I really like the sort of details on the trim. I'm not sure what that's called. It's called the baseboard. Yes, the details on the baseboard. And I'm really excited to sort of finish that up. I'm also excited to make it look sort of like this room. This is sort of an idea of what it's going to look like. This is sort of a hodgepodge of a dinner table. We're going to make it look like this, but less messy, and I think we're going to make it actually a library over here. Or at least I'm going to try to make it look like a library. And we do have library upstairs, but that one isn't as good as I'd like it to be. So we might change that up, and I think we might change up these colors over here too. Not sure that I like it too much. We have some other rooms we need to finish, such as this one. We also have to finish up the tower over here, the insides of the tower. We got to finish the map room over here. As you can see, we have a map of this area. We have a map of the main area over here. I say main area. I don't have a map of the village yet, but I think we're going to get that done. Over here, what I'm going to be doing is putting compasses so new players can follow the compasses to get to their desired location. And I think that's going to be a great addition. I think it's going to be very helpful for new players, especially for people who die and they sort of respawn in this area and they need somewhere to go. They'll easily be able to make it back to their location. And there is one more room downstairs which we need to go take a look at, which I will be decorating in this video, hopefully. And that is gonna be this room over here, and I think we're gonna break it up into I was gonna say break it up into two rooms, but I don't think that's possible. So we're just gonna have it like this, right? We're gonna have sort of that divider there, but we're gonna still have it as one room. And that's basically gonna be this project done. So as I'm decorating over here, I'm trying out some new sort of designs, and I came upon this sort of design for lamps, and I'm a very big fan of it. I'm not sure if it fits the aesthetic that we have going on in this house. Maybe it's more for a modern field, but I really enjoy it, so I think I'm going to leave it. And then I tried to do the same over here. I put it up against the wall. I'm not sure if I like that. I think I'm just going to leave it though. I don't want to continue working on this for now. I think I should add wither skulls on top of these just to sort of make them look like busts. And then I'm going to move on from this project. Up here in this room, I went for some very light decorations. I just went for this sort of bed design. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I sort of designed it myself without going off of anything. It has like an overhang. I'm not sure. But I put some very light details in this room, and I think that's how I'm going to leave it. I don't think I should heavily decorate it, so I have more time to focus on the maps over here, which is what I really want to get to. And what I'm doing here is naming these using the signs, and I need to dye these white so they're more noticeable. But over here we have a map of spawn. Here I'm calling this the biome cluster just because we have so many biomes in one area. We have some plains, we have some forests, we have some beaches, we have some mesas, we have an ice biome. So that's what I'm referring to it. And we have the swamp down there. And then over here, I think I'm going to make it a map of my area, of my jungle. Up here, I think I'm going to make it a map of the sort of North Mountains. And then I think these other areas, we'll see. I think this one should be a map of the ocean so we can see all the islands, so we can see where exactly the dungeon is, or the stronghold, I suppose, where all of that is. And then maybe this way we'll have a map of the desert and the savannah, seeing as that area is now being newly populated. And then we should have some smaller maps on the tables, and the compasses, of course. So I think that's what I'm going to get working on. I think I'm going to put some compasses in these barrels as well, just so I don't have compasses absolutely everywhere. So after some work, here we have it. I finally finished this map, and I couldn't include the area down there, so instead I added it down here so you can see where the church is, and then you can see where the town is coming along. You can see the sort of long building there. You can see Sunworth right there, and then you can see this area, which is right there on the map. This area is actually not updated. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I cannot be bothered to change it at this point. But yeah, we have a completed map of the biome cluster over here. And next comes a map of my jungle area. So let me go and do that, and I'll be right back. So at this point, basically, I have mapped out my jungle. You can see the maps where I made mistakes and doubles up. And this is basically everywhere I've built in the jungle, which not as impressive as this one yet, but I will get to it. Over here we have the community meeting island, and then over here we have the Black Hills project, which is covering these mountains in Blackstone, and I've got to say it looks pretty cool on the map, in my opinion at least. And having this white tower here looks quite cool. And I think that's going to wrap it up for the episode, or video I should say. So if you liked it, please leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe. I will be trying to put out videos regularly, but for now, that's it.